What's up, guys? Today we have a really good video. We're going to be talking about the first time I ever did weed, dope, gas, kush, whatever you want to call it. And this story is actually quite interesting because it had a lot of ups and downs, not gonna lie. It all began in summer 2018. Me and my friends, which I'm gonna give different names for the sake of their privacy. We're gonna call them Pablo, Daniel, John, Josh, and Mo. We're going on a trip, okay? And we were gonna take a rocket ship this time, not gonna lie. And basically, what was gonna happen is that we all had a group chat in which we addressed where we were going to go, what we were going to do, and we were planning on drinking and going out with some girls and partying that day. But I did not know that my friend John had a wax pen. I thought it was just a fake. So I'm like, oh, John, let me hit that. Like, looks like a weird ass fake, but sure. And John's already student, so he doesn't tell me that his vape is actually not a vape, that it has wax. So I just hit it twice, and suddenly I start coughing a lot. I wouldn't stop coughing, and I was like, bro, like, what's up with your nicotine? And he's like, oh shit, like I didn't tell you. And I was like, oh no, this is bad. This is fucking bad. So I just looked around and suddenly I start laughing. Like I just start laughing and I couldn't understand what was going on. And then after a while, all my friends got into it. It was like, they all said, fuck it, let's hit that shit. So it was literally the first time I had ever experienced something similar. I just remember that my face hurt from smiling so much. I was just euphoric, happy. All of the colors and surroundings were just bright, like a super light, bright color. And suddenly I was hungry. I was really hungry. So we went down to like a supermarket and we bought some munchies. I just remember that those were the best Oreos I ever tried in my whole life. I had never tried something better than those Oreos that day. It was amazing. It was next level. It was just godsend. So after that, me and my homies were just chilling in the park, appreciating life, like literally having the weirdest ass conversations. And this was back in summer 2018. Ever since then, I've had so much growth with my experience. But the thing is, the video today I want to address is smoking every day bad for you as a 19-year-old currently? And there's not a simple answer because there's always going to be people in the comments saying, oh my god, like you're such a wimp, like you can smoke every day. It's not about that, and I'll smoke, bitch. No, just kidding. But the thing is, I actually it passed like a year. Like the first year I started off, I just did it like maybe 30 times. Second year, summer 2019, that's when shit changed because I was we went on a school trip, like exchange to Germany. And while in Germany, people there don't give a shit. They don't care about anything or anyone. They just have a good time, man. Shout out to Germany. It's the best. I actually lived in a small town called Heidelberg, in which it was a funny story because we went the summer, but we had some friends that went a semester. And basically, the friends of the semester actually had to do the hard work and all the grinding on getting the Steelers because we don't even speak the language. You know, like I had only take like 2 years in German by then, so I really didn't know how to communicate myself in slang, like how people actually speak. Because what they teach you in school is only the basics. It's only like to defend yourself, like orders, orders and food, but it's not actual slang that Germans say. So basically, our friend, it was a blessing that he was there, and he even stayed an extra week to chill with us. So basically, all my homies that were in that first story, well, not all of them were in this story particularly, but some of them were. So we were in Germany for about like 50, 60 days, and my life changed, man. Like I just had no responsibilities, no limitations, and economically wise, well, it was like everyone put like a pinch of salt, and we all contributed, and we always had some good ass hydroponic kush, which, funny enough, was delivered to us by a 60-year-old in a bike. So that's Germany for you, in a nutshell. So basically, we were going at it everything. Like we called it the unholy month because, man, for a whole month I was cross-faded, man. Let me tell you something. Shit was fun as fuck. I had the best time of my life. Like we were just going to clubs, we were going to like house parties, apartment parties, and we had some apartment. We had pairs in which we had an apartment with a school. So we would, my apartment, me and my roommate, shout out to him, he knows who he is. Um, we just had parties all the time. We would drink Bombay, which is a type of gin, and my roommate would make the best gin and tonic. Man, I'm not gonna lie, he was like a bartender level mixer, and we would just have fun times. But the problem begins in that summer because that's when I actually started using it. After that, I came back to my home and I continued because it was just like part of a habit now. Because if you guys know, a habit is formed in 21 days of doing anything. So for me, it was already implemented into my mindset that it was just something I wanted to continue. And since I did not have any school repercussions at the time, I would just do it every day. And I would call my homies, and during classes, we just have a smoke break. Like every 10 minutes, we would leave and roll and smoke. So, like, during the whole time I was in school, I was still in high school back then, now I'm in college. During high school, we would just go to a friend's apartment who had a bong. And it was the funniest times there. He actually had a dog who would like to smoke. Like the dog would like to smoke with us, and he would come near you, so you would blow the air into his face. And then the dog, he couldn't sit down properly. He would like sit down sideways. He would start like eating like the couch. He would just start biting the couch. He would get the munchies. And dogs, we don't serve dogs to be honest. But it was the funniest shit ever. We would just have good times. And that semester, which was my fifth semester of high school, I did not fail any classes, so the no repercussions zone continued, which it only contributed to that endeavor of smoking, not caring about anyone. But the thing is, it started to make me distant from like all of my old friends who don't smoke, and like I would lose interest of things. I would use it every day to exercise. So I had like this mental connotation of exercise and smoking. Like if I didn't have any smoke, I would not run, and like it would be a bad thing because then I always had to be hooked. But the thing was, I was working like doing homeworks and like other activities that gave me money, like other people's homework that gave me money. So I would always have some, like it's cheap where I live. So basically, the thing is, I started getting distance from people. I started losing interest in school. I would always be on my phone, not caring, not giving a fuck. And people started realizing that I was changing. I was changing my habits. I was changing the way I saw things, my perception of things. And I'm not gonna sit here and say if it's good or bad. I'm gonna say it depends on your age, and it depends on what your daily use quantity is and why you use it. Because the thing is, I now I respect it as much as alcohol. It's something I do only on the weekends, and I think that's the right use for it when you're under the age of 25, since your brain is still developing and your brain is in a phase of growth, and that can literally halt your growth and your brain development, which is really fucked up. And in some cases, people even get psychosis because they were too young to do it. But those cases are extreme, and overgeneralizing is bad. So let's not get too deep into that topic. But the other thing I want to address is that I think there has to be a reward system. Basically, now I think that you gotta earn it. You gotta do all your homework, you gotta exercise, you gotta eat well, and after you do everything you require for the day, I think it's okay to smoke. But if not, if you're just doing it to escape from reality and like not address your issues or responsibilities, I think that's when it's fucked. I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think people like saying, "Oh, you can't get addicted." Bro, I try to quit a lot of times, and I was hooked to that shit, man. It's not a physical dependency, but a mental one instead, which is the worst part because well, it's not worth it being physically dependent, but like you would still have an urge to do it. And like if someone told me like, "Yo, come to my crib, let's smoke, some girls are here," I would say yes every single time. Or like, "I'll pick you up, man. Like, let's go chill, smoke, roll, and like watch the sunset or whatever, man, on some gay shit, you know." Even though like at those times I would just say yes, I would have no power of will whatsoever over my decisions on that. So I think you guys gotta think it through before you start abusing the substance. I think it's something you gotta respect, and I think you gotta respect yourselves, man. Like, take care of your body, take care of your mind, and yeah, man, take it easy, have fun, but don't get to the point where you can't stop doing it, even if you want to, because that's the point where it's hard enough to stop. Thankfully, I actually got out of that point, and I think I'm in the point where I actually respect it and do it on a conscious recreational endeavor. So that's what I would recommend to everyone. Thank you for tuning in, watching my video. Please subscribe. This is actually the first video on my channel. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know which other stories you want to hear. I've tried multiple substances. Thank you all very much.